Hi, it's Mary Allen with IT in Canada, and I'm here today at EMC's record-breaking event in New York City talking with Scott Delaney, who's the Senior Product Manager at EMC's Enterprise Group. Scott, thanks for taking the time to speak with me this afternoon.
Pleasure to be here, Mary.
Thanks. Scott, there were 41 product announcements made in the keynote presentations this morning. This is very impressive, but it's also a little bewildering. So I was wondering if you could explain to us how these products are aligned, how they could be categorized, what the significance is, and what the overall goal of these is.
Sure. I think when you take a step back and look what we did here today, this wasn't just the most significant announcement in the history of EMC. It was really the most significant announcement for the entire storage industry. We're talking about 41 new products, new capabilities, many of them game-changing technologies, many of them category creators in terms of the things that we're now delivering into the market that are very, very unique and exclusive to EMC. But I think when you kind of boil it all down into what we did is, we see sort of three core markets out there. You've got the SMB, smaller customer segment, you've got the mid-sized commercial customers, and then you've got the high-end enterprise. And what we did today was introduce technology that went across all three of these major segments, and specifically within the SMB, this is a brand new market for EMC that we recognize is going to be a very high growth opportunity for us and for everybody in this industry, and we are specifically targeting that segment with some very innovative technology purpose-built for the types of users that you see within that space. On the mid-tier side, what we're doing here is taking our unified platforms and driving additional efficiency, driving additional ease of use that take what had been a very successful platform in that space and making it even better. On the high-end side, what we're doing here is a major software release within that platform that adds new automation, much more performance, incredible scale that we can deliver into those systems. So for high-end users that are managing petabytes of information today and will be managing exabytes worth of information in the future, we're now delivering them the technology, the infrastructure that will help them make that move into that next era of IT.
Okay. Market watchers usually attribute EMC's success in the market to product agnosticism and also to EMC's ability to highlight their management solutions. So how would you characterize some of the announcements today in terms of their ability to add value and to promote this management offering that EMC has a reputation for?
Sure. I think what everybody's trying to do in this industry is obviously provide a better user experience and drive additional ease of within those platforms. What we're doing here today is we're taking it a step further where we're not just providing better ease of, but we're providing complete abstraction of that management layer. Taking things that had been very storage-centric types of operations and required specific skills within that space to be able to manage the technology, and completely abstracting that out, putting that into terminology and concepts that IT generalists can very easily get their hands around, and take technology that may have required hours and in some cases days to be able to set up and implement, and get that down into a couple of minutes and a couple of clicks, and as we saw here today, something that even a fifth grader is able to do. So really a major change in the way IT organizations can begin to manage their infrastructure.
Yeah. Thanks, Scott. Well, what you've just described sounds like you're moving closer and closer to the concept of IT as a service. I'm just wondering if we could close with some thoughts from you on how these announcements feed into EMC's strategy for the future, which was articulated this morning and elsewhere as really a move into the cloud.
Sure. I think for years and years when you looked at traditional IT, it's all about been the management of a collection of technologies. Different platforms, different applications, different hardware technologies, and when you look at what we're doing, there's just a tremendous amount of complexity associated with the management of those environments. When we talk about the movement to the cloud, what we're talking about is introducing a layer of abstraction or virtualization into that environment that significantly simplifies it, standardizes much of the technology, and just provides a better way to be able to deliver IT to the organization. So taking IT again, which has been classically the management of a collection of technologies, and turning it into a business enabler, somebody that's delivering services to the business that not only deliver it in a much more efficient, practical way, but also make it much easier and much more effective for their users to be able to consume that technology.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thanks very much for your insight this afternoon, Scott. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay.